y'all. Welcome to Crappy Crafts and other ridiculous and wonderful things. So we have our first special guest, Robbie. So Robbie is here. We're gonna make some treats. Also, before we get started on this, Robbie, I have to show you something.
Okay.
Okay, so we work together at a middle school, and we have some of the most incredible kids ever coming to our school. So I belong to a group where we do like cards for deployed people, like military people.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of our groups, they actually handmade cards. So I just want to cry because look at this! Merry Christmas!
Oh, that's so perfect.
And then they drew a little ornament on the back, and then they wrote these beautiful things.
Look at those Look at the lettering there.
Yes, I got fancy. Ooh, ooh. So this says, "Oh look, there's a present for you. Let's open it. Take it out so we can see. An ornament." Back. To get a better look, go to the back. Thanks for your service, a student at our school. So like, yeah, so we have a whole bunch of these. Look at this one. Oh yeah.
Wow, they did that in pen.
Yeah,
I am impressed.
And they wrote these wonderful thoughts. So I am a little bit delayed. I wanted to get these mailed out like last week, but I'm going to do that this weekend and get them out on Monday.
Better get it done.
I know. So if you want to do something like that, just let me know and I'll connect you. Okay, so we are going to make a couple of treats. So the first one I've never made before.
Me either.
Right, there we go. So this was recommended to us by my friend Sherry, and so she just has all these amazing ideas. So she said, why don't you make holiday haystacks? And I said, what? Because when I went to school, we used to have haystacks, but haystacks was when everybody would bring in an ingredient, and then we would have like tortillas or whatever, and then we would just stack stuff on top from everybody's each ingredients.
Interesting.
It was so good.
I think of haystacks for like the fall season, not the winter season.
Yes,
So that's
so
interesting.
There you go. Well, these are holiday haystacks. So I did get a recipe, and it's from crazyforcrust.com. And so we already kind of got started because, you know, I like to make really long videos, but I also don't want you to fall asleep on us. So we went ahead and started. So Robbie, the first thing was that we were going to melt the white bark in a microwave safe bowl. And so you did it for 30 seconds, then you did it for 30 more.
Yep.
And so now you're going to stir in some of the chow mein noodles. And because we were supposed to have, the people who I work really close with, we were supposed to have a Christmas party. And so we used, I used the top of the line chocolate. Unfortunately, something happened, and so we had to cancel. But I'm still going to see if I can figure out a way to get them some of these treats. So anyway, so we've got this because we're going to make something else too. So you've got some of the.
So how much of this are we supposed to put in?
Well, that's a fantastic question because it was supposed to be 10 ounces of white almond bark, and so instead we used about half of this, which is 11 ounces.
Okay.
So then we'll use half the chow mein noodles. Chow mein noodles was supposed to be 2 cups, so we're going to use about a cup. And just to let you know, I'm not planning on measuring it.
So this is half a cup.
It is not. Okay,
Yes.
let's do half of that.
Okay.
Stir it in, see how it looks. What do you think? Okay.
Well, I have to kind of get out of the
Chow mein noodles.
box stuck.
I don't know, right? Okay, so we're stirring it. How's it looking?
Ooh, interesting.
Really?
Odd texture.
Delicious, interesting? Or
I'm not
just
sure. I mean, the
interesting?
chow mein noodles don't smell like anything, so they're probably fairly benign inside the chocolate. They'll take on the chocolate taste, but
Okay, and maybe just a little bit of a crunch.
yeah.
You know what I wanted to make, and maybe I'll make it another time, is potato chip cookies. I just wanted to do a whole bunch of weird stuff. Okay, so then what we're going to do is the chocolate is still hot, make it cool, let it cool a little bit, but I think it's fine. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add Christmas M&Ms. So I'm going to cut these open. So that's stirred up pretty good.
Yep. And I wouldn't say we need any more. It looks pretty thick.
Yeah, I think so. So what did you use, about half a can?
Yep, half a can.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so here's some of those. Go ahead and put some of those on there. Ooh, yummy. So
Very
confession, Robbie, I actually already bought a bag of these, and so I had to order another bag. So this is what happens. And
Chocolate
then,
in my house goes away fast
oh,
too.
yeah.
So.
And there's this like candy up north that I get, and it's called, what is that called? Chocolate Charlie's. And so it's amazing, and I can only find it up north. And so I buy my dad a box of Chocolate Charlie, and I'd have to buy him that box a few times because it's like my favorite candy in the whole wide world. But yeah, so I try not to do too much. Okay, so how's it look?
Look at that.
Okay, so let's show it. Okay, man. Yeah. Ooh, what do you think? Should we put more
I
M&Ms?
think we need a few more M&Ms.
Okay, let's try a little bit more.
Can't go wrong with more M&Ms.
Can't go wrong with more M&Ms. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so what I'm thinking is not to stir those in.
Just leave it like it is.
Yes.
And then scoop it out and make the little
Yes.
haystack tiles.
Yes. You
Yeah.
always read my mind, Molly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have. So I just got that parchment paper. You know how much I Dollar Tree. So I've got this parchment paper, and then check this out. Wishing you peace, love, and joy this holiday season.
So cute.
And now I'm gonna cover it up with parchment paper. And so we're gonna spoon that on there and then kind of spread it out and then stick it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Ooh, Robbie, that looks good. Am I
Do we want to do the whole thing, or
Yeah,
do we want
just-
to do it in little chunks, like I've seen
Yeah,
in the
let's do
pictures?
little chunks.
Okay.
Okay. Because we still have like a whole nother half. But we wanted to do this with you guys.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
There we
good.
go.
That's fine. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be perfect. That makes it even better. Ooh, chunky.
Kind of messing with my tendency to want perfection.
No, perfection in this case is non-perfection.
I know, but I kind of like things to be perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Messed up. There is nothing wrong with that. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
They look
So we
cute.
might need to make them a little tinier so that they go further.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or we could just make more.
We could, but we already used half the stuff. So I only have half bag left. You know, the problems of the world. All right. Oh, this looks so good, Robbie.
These are fun.
That's awesome.
You know, my kids are coming into town next week, and I think this would be a
yes.
lot of fun with them.
I have extra trays if you want.
Oh, I think I might have to take you up on that. Because they would love this.
That's awesome. How old are they again?
11 and 7.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so we have our first batch. I'm gonna disappear off camera because I'm gonna put them in.
She's going away.
I'm gonna put them in the fridge. Even though you can probably just let them set not in the fridge, I'm gonna put them in the fridge anyways. And so then the next thing we're gonna do is one of my favorites. So this is, we're gonna make thin mints. So we're gonna make them really weird. So what I'm gonna do, we've already got the chocolate, and I use milk chocolate, but you can use dark chocolate, just like they're kind of like the Girl Scout thin mints. But then what we do is we melt the chocolate, and then we just put in a few drops of peppermint.
Oh, that smells so
Ooh,
good.
that's a lot of
That's a lot.
peppermint. I'm sorry.
But it's still going to taste
You're
good.
gonna smell really
Yeah,
good.
it works for me.
I spill it on Robbie. So I know this is weird, but I go by smell on these. If I smell it, does it smell like some pepperminty? Okay, this
It
is
smells
perfect.
good.
So you're not gonna believe it, but we're gonna use Ritz crackers for the cookie part. It's very interesting. I promise it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these. Now sometimes Ritz makes the crackers in like a snowflake type of thing, and I love that.
Do that smells like Ritz?
They do sometimes.
I've never
I
seen
don't know if it's all
those.
the time. So once we have that, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip these in. Okay. And so I'm gonna try and get a whole one. So what you do is, so it's in, and then she's gonna just kind of put chocolate over the top. Yep, and she's swirling it around, and then she's gonna bring it out. We're gonna try and not have too much of the chocolate on there. Yeah.
All right.
And then she's gonna put it on another, same thing as we had before.
Another tray.
Perfect. Okay, so
Perfect.
here's some more. We've got like a little tray that I'll just lay these out on. So here's another one. Oh,
Ooh.
yum.
Yay.
And that's that easy. So once they're made, once they're done, I put them in the fridge and then they're done. And that's it.
You know,
Like,
you can even decorate
you
them if you wanted
could,
to.
you could. But I promise, the way they are, they will taste very much like a Thin Mint. And actually, I kind of like them because they actually, they taste just a little bit lighter, believe it or not.
Interesting.
So yeah, sometimes
Okay.
Thin Mints are a little bit too heavy for me. I don't know. I mean, they're still excellent cookies. So anyway, so that was it.
Ooh,
I know.
look at how much is dripping off of that one.
So we'll see how many we get out of these, and we'll also see how many we eat and how many are left.
How many make it to other people?
Well, my thought was, I got these over, I think I got these at Hobby Lobby last year. So like these are like little like joy. I want to sing joy. So, anyways, and then, hope. Anyways, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put like a little haystack and a cookie in here, and then hopefully I'll have enough because I work with some absolutely marvelous people, and I really, really, really like to share our adventure with them. So, yeah.
Well, and if we can't share this portion because we're going to eat it, we can always make another.
That's true. Okay, so there is always more. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the fridge, and if you want to make more, we'll put some on here.
Perfect.
And then I think that we're probably, let's see.
This chocolate goes a long way, and if I was being a little bit more careful, I could probably make even more of these. With
Absolutely,
this
yeah,
chocolate.
absolutely. And again, it's kind of the thick, and so sometimes you use that thinner chocolate, and that goes a little bit further.
Yep.
But what's cool is that the Ritz crackers have like the salt on them, and so it gives that sweet and salty flavor.
I do love that
So,
combination.
Yep. So these are our little haystacks, and
Oh, look at that.
ooh.
Thank you, that's so cute.
So yeah, so they're not completely done, but Robbie and I want to taste it, right? Okay. So I'm gonna get a fork or two, maybe two. Robbie, when I was raising my son, we used to go through a ton of utensils.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Well, he would either lose them somewhere in the house that I might find later,
Yeah.
or they would get thrown away. So everybody probably knows that. So anyway, so I always have a plethora of utensils now, even though I don't have anybody else living here right now. Anyway, so Robbie,
Try this out. While
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
making the
yeah.
last thin mint.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
So I'm just kind of breaking this up. Actually, you might be able to just grab that with your fingers. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. This one has M&Ms in it.
So does this one.
Oh, that one just two. Okay, are we ready? Okay. You did that really slow, like anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Oh, okay, my turn. Okay, ready? Should I do it like Robbie? Sherry, great idea. Okay, these are absolutely fantastic.
I am making those with my kids next week.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh,
That is really good.
really good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly so.
So all that was that. It was this white chocolate, and then some of these the noodles, the chow mein noodles, and then M&Ms, and then we used Christmas color ones because it's Christmas. But you could even do like you could color the chocolate if you wanted, but I'm too lazy for that. I mean, people have learned by now I'm a little bit lazy, so yeah, it's okay. I'm proud of it.
If
Okay.
it tastes good, that's all that really matters.
That's right. It's a lot that counts, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Robbie, before we go, I know they're not quite done yet, but I would like you to try. Where'd it go? I thought we had some that were set more.
Those, the bottom ones.
The bottom one?
Yep.
Okay. It's not really set yet, but I want, because we're gonna head out pretty soon, I want you to try one.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Yeah, definitely needs more time to set.
Definitely needs more time to set. Okay.
This is gonna be messy and
Oh,
glorious.
Yes, glorious. Perfect. Perfect.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it tastes like kind of like a thin mint.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a, did you eat the whole thing at once?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So what do you think, guys? We should definitely have Robbie on again. All right. Well, there you go. So we had our lovely guest. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys all had a great time with Crappy Crafts and other ridiculous and wonderful things. Bye. Oh, my remote.